Hello, welcome again to Platonic Vibes. So, right now I just got some shit on my mind and I'm just gonna talk. Um, I was talking to my sister earlier and I kind of stuck. I told her I was feeling anxious and she was like, I'm also feeling anxious. And, and I told her it's more like a mixture of nervous, anxious, and like heartbroken all at the same time. And sometimes I get that feeling and I kind of can't track down and pinpoint why exactly I'm feeling that. So I called to ask my sister if maybe she can see it since I can't right now. Sometimes it happens where people can see things better than you can in yourself. Because they're looking from the outside, and so they kind of get a full picture, it feels like, than me who's looking from the inside, who's also feeling crap, so, blocking some of my lenses, Yeah. So she told me, what is it that you're afraid of? And I told her, I don't feel like I'm afraid of anything right now, but I still feel, anxious. And she was like, what were you doing before I called? And I told her I was thinking about somebody that I really like. And these are good feelings though, And I'm not really caring about the future or worried about anything because right into that thought, I figure I'll just keep doing everything I'm doing daily and not really hold tight to any changes as far as people, because they come and go. And so I figure the only thing that I would stay constant with is myself, So today I'm this kind of person and I have these kind of goals and these kind of dreams, and that stays constant. As far as people that come and go, I just try to keep in my head that they're gonna come and go, and so therefore there is no permanence there, and I don't try to hold on to that, which is the same thing as saying no attachment, but broken down, obviously. I am an analytical mind here, so I will break everything down, FYI, if you haven't learned that already. So, yeah, and then it gets hard to find my way back. Okay, so, after she said that, I figured maybe I'm scared or something with that person, So she asked me, what's the worst possible outcome? Because usually when people are afraid, we just got to jump to the worst possible outcome. And it's funny because I used to ask her these questions and now she got me good, And I told her, I thought of that already before I called and before I was concerned. And so these feelings are still here, And then I just realized it was more than that. And so she was like, I'm anxious too. And easy because she always tells me about herself, but this time I finally realized why she was doing it. She's kind of distracting me from where I am and kind of taking me somewhere else, and being able to kind of just stop thinking for a while and go somewhere else allows your brain to keep working, not tired, and and honestly, you still do keep finding the answers even though you're not stressing on it and wasting your energy on it. So all of a sudden she started distracting me about what she was doing. And how anxious she was with school, and I started helping her with that, and talking to her about her concerns. We ended up right back to answering mine, coincidentally enough, or ironically, whatever the word. Yeah, you get me. Yeah. And so, long story short, what it came down to was kind of like a lifestyle choice. And what I was worried about and heartbroken about was I guess I didn't know if I was making the right choices for myself in my life. And making the right choices, keeps me on the right path. And I really concern myself with that. I always want to stay, going forward and not stepping backwards. So I really wanted to know, if I was on the right path, and, if I was being dragged down in any way, or if, feeling these feelings or doing these things was actually keeping me on the right path or dragging me away from it, and what I want for me and myself and to feel happy. And so she kind of talked me through a couple options, and I realized, wow, I have nothing to be afraid of. I'm exactly right where I want to be, And she told me about a story about one of her other friends who left a man that she loved to chase passion, to chase something that she didn't even know would exist. And my sister said, I don't understand that. She had a stability. She had a guy who cared and who was giving her everything that she needed. And she left all of that to chase passion, to chase the thing that made her heart go crazy, to chase, the fire inside her. And she said, that's so stupid, I would give anything to have that stability. So what that, you don't get that crazy passion. Passion dies, and then what you have left is love and care. And so you might as well be happy and grateful for the stability, And that is a good point. I do see that. But maybe that's just an opinion. Maybe that's not fact. Because I don't believe passion dies, because then it wouldn't be passion. I'm passionate every day. I love music. I'm not just going to hate it in 5 years. So if it died, maybe it wasn't passion. However, to each their own. So I see where she's coming from, and maybe that is what she's passionate about, stability, So maybe that's why. But I understand that friend, I'm passionate about chasing the things that make my heart kind of skip a beat. And so that's the choice that I was trying to make too. It was like whether I should go with stability and, what I have and, preserve all the things that, would complete my life without the things that really made me happy. Was that okay? And honestly, no. So at the end of the conversation, I told her, you know what? I think your friend was right. Even though maybe she had lost 5 years of something good, she was like, but she's been here dating 5 different people already, looking for that passion still. What if she goes her whole life with that passion? What if she's 40 years old, no kids, and still looking for passion? And I say, obviously, it's worth it. I mean, stable as things can get sometimes, if it's boring to her, it's boring. And I understand boring. I hate boring. And I'd rather chase passion for 10 years with no kids than have boring if I don't want that, And I'm saying, I also told my sister that if that guy was really meant for her, he'd still be there 10 years from now when she finished chasing passion. You know what I mean? She didn't lose anything. Also, what if she does find the person of her dreams? What if she does find exactly what she's looking for? Because everything you want exists out there, and there's no such thing as settling. You can have anything that you want in your heart, and I believe that. So why not? Why not give up crap at 35 to chase dreams and passions, People say, I could just be a simple teacher, or I could be an actress, just like my mom, I told her that to my sister. I said, my mom was she was a teacher. She loved to teach, but however, she figured, I'm going to go to school and get a doctorate in theater arts, bro, for acting. You went to school for that, every degree. Do you know what I mean? At UCLA, prestigious school, but it was theater arts. So people follow their dreams. Do you know what I mean? Why do it in one aspect when you can do it in all, The people who follow their dreams believe, and they actually get there. All these random rappers who are making it because they believed and they're struggling to get there and they really made it, that means it's possible. So if one thing's possible, everything is possible, I believe, And there also are, there's no fact. At 40 years old, you could have kids. I've seen a 50-year-old lady having kids before. Crazy, right? There's a lot of people in the news who have kids old. There's even miracle stories. What I think it is that to each their own. And whatever you believe you'll have, And whatever way you want it, it just works out for you. The universe will just work it out for you. If you're supposed to have kids, then even if you chase your passion and your dreams and a kid is your dream, you'll have it, whether it's 45 or not, So I say to everybody out there, based on what I learned today, no matter what, if you have to fail, if you're not going to even get it after 2 weeks from now, if the dream is short-lived, whatever it may be, go ahead and chase it, go ahead and get that, because I feel like we should live life with no regrets. Don't want to look back and say, hey, I could have, I should have, or I wonder what that would have felt like, or this was great and stable and I had comfort, but I didn't have fun and pizzazz and adventure. And it's like, why not? Why not? What are we afraid of? Because the only thing that keeps somebody in one place is fear. Why be afraid that you're going to lose stability to chase passion? Why be afraid that both don't exist out there? You know what I mean? I've seen everything exist and everything be possible. So you can get anything that you want. Platonic vibes out. Peace, love, and happiness.